All right, Chapter 5, Section 7, using congruent triangles. To this point, we've been doing a lot of basics and leading up to this chapter, which we'll use just about everything we've done: side, 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 angle, side, angle, hypotenuse, leg, all of the things that we've done: angle, angle, side. So there will be a couple of proofs on this one. Number 15 and 16, I believe. However, a lot of times it's just going to be examples and how can we prove certain things. Not actually doing the whole proof, but basically doing the whole proof. It just looks just a little bit different. So let's start off with a couple of triangles that look like this. And so if I made... Oh, let's see. Now, I don't want to do one like this. Hold that thought. Okay, let's go with this one. And so we're going to look at some right triangles. And they give us the right triangle. And we have L, K, and M. And then our other two letters are going to be N and P. We're also given that NM and MK are congruent. So types of questions you might see is they might ask you, what do we need to show that angle L is congruent to angle P? Okay, so what are our needs to show that's true? Well, we have to have some congruent triangles. And so we would need to either have side, 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 side angle, side, any of those. So right now I'd start proving everything that I know. I see that these are two intersecting lines. So I would need to know that angle LMK is congruent to angle let's go PMN. And the reason those are congruent yeah, that's good English, Renault, because they are vertical angles. And at that point, I can tell that the two triangles are congruent because I have angle, side, angle. So labeling them correctly, triangle, let's just call it triangle LMK, is congruent to triangle PMN. Oh, I did an angle on that one instead of a triangle, excuse me. It should be a triangle. So triangle LMK is congruent to triangle PMN. And if I needed to know why, if they asked me why, that's because of angle, side, angle. Now, this is what we've discussed before. So, if these are congruent triangles, that means all of their corresponding parts are congruent, which means that angle L has to be congruent to angle P. Notice they are in the same order. And remember, we talked about order being important. And this is one I talked to you a week or so about, where we talk about corresponding parts of congruent triangles are congruent. So I could say C, P, C, T, C. Again, corresponding parts of congruent triangles are congruent. At this point, we could do the other corresponding parts as well. We could say that side LM is congruent to side PM. Why? CP, CTC. Corresponding parts of congruent triangles are congruent. We could also say that side LK is congruent to side PN. Why do you ask? Because of CP, CTC. Corresponding parts of congruent triangles are congruent. Makes perfect sense. So once we've proved those triangles congruent by something we've done in the past, each corresponding piece is going to be congruent at that point. So this is a pretty short section, just about 5 minutes. That is chapter 5, section 7, using congruent triangles.